Afternoon. It's Wednesday at 2. I'm bargain counter argument. I'm a middle doing business. I'm stop hearing it. Doing business as bargain counter argument. I'm a middle-aged lady in a tiara talking about books, and it looks like there's nobody here yet. Oh, there's a couple of people. How's it going? How's it going? If you feel like commenting, please do. If not, don't. That's how that works. Ana's here. Hi, Ana. How's it going? Um, I sent out some invites for people to join me on camera, but they might not be in a position to do so. So I'm not sure how long I'm going to last today because I have a really, really bad back today. It's like the worst it's been in years. It just kind of started happening last night. And right now I'm fairly comfortable though. So hopefully it won't be too much of an issue. Hello, sucks, says Maury. Hi, Maury. How's it going? Let's see. I hope everybody had a decent weekend. It was very rainy here, but I was okay with that. I went shopping and I went to the Montgomery and Taggart was having a flash sale. So I went on Sunday, and then Monday was Christmas in May. I recorded a vlog, which is going to, I have it scheduled to go live at 4:15 Eastern, so a little over 2 hours. So you'll see you can see what I got when I went to the romance bookstore. Happy Wednesday, says Lisa. Happy Wednesday, Lisa. Tara's here. She says, now that it's summer, I get to make it to a show. Nice. Nice to see you. Really, really good to see you. Anyway, so yeah, so that's the video I have coming up this afternoon. It'll go up at, I think, 4:15, like I said, Eastern. And there's a massive book haul because I went to Montgomery and Taggart, kind of lost my mind a little bit. Montgomery and Taggart being Connecticut's first and so far only romance bookstore. So what's everybody up to this afternoon? Like I said, I have a backache. Right now I'm fairly comfortable. So hopefully I won't have to cut things short, but just in case. And I have to move every once in a while to make sure I don't get like, some sort of locked position, which would make my back worse. So when I do so, when I move like that, sometimes these noises come out of me that make me sound like an aging pirate. Nee. Okay. I have been reading Friends with Benefits by Marissa Cantor. This is her first adult novel. I think it came out in 2025, I want to say. I want to say a lot of things. Yes, 2025. Friends with Benefits. They're having a couch day. I'm having a couch day. Everybody's having a couch day. Kind of a lazy day for me, says Tara. Tara's having a couch day. Somebody asked me how I don't remember how she phrased the question. It was like, how do you decide if it's going to be a couch day? And I was like, well, sometimes I do schedule them, and sometimes it's just like, oh yeah, today's going to be a couch day. And I'm torn because I think it might be nice to do a couch day vlog. On the other hand, making a video about couch day seems kind of contrary to the spirit of couch day. So I haven't decided where I land on that yet. Wyoming is here. She says, Barky, Barky. Hello, everyone. I have baby ducks and baby turkeys hatching in my incubator. They're so adorable. All my ducks and turkeys are in a different room. Otherwise, I would wave them on camera at you. You know I would. Lisa says, I'm working. Yes, nice. Well, maybe not so nice, but it's getting done. So sorry to hear about your back, says Maury. I hope it calms down and stays calm. Yeah, it's not great. I'm not a fan. And it seems like my knee, which has been bothering me for a few days, it seems like that was getting better anyway. And Princess Hobblefoot's doing okay, but I'm not sure if that's because Princess Hobblefoot is just doing fine, or if it's because the back hurts so much that I don't really notice Princess Hobblefoot anymore. Ana says, I am between Leather and Lark and a Twilight fanfic called The Psychic. Ooh. And Lisa says, hope your back feels better soon. Thank you. And I discussed this. I posted a video yesterday, and another one, like I said, is going to go up this afternoon. I talked about it in the video I posted yesterday. I went to the lab on Friday to get blood drawn. I think I had this massive, oh yeah, you can still see this massive bruise on the back of my hand. If you watch the video that's going up later today, there are a couple of places where I'm like holding my hand up like this, and it's really, really obvious. It was much darker a couple of days ago. And it was like at the time I didn't even realize there was a bruise there because it didn't hurt at all. And then later that day when I was like doing a lot of typing and editing, it's kind of started to hurt from that a little bit, but I rested it for a few minutes and it was fine. So it doesn't hurt. It just looks kind of gnarly. Makes me look like I've been, backhanding people left and right. Yeah, Anyway, I haven't been. Anyway, so I'm finishing The Last Lady B this morning, says Maury. How's it going? I've heard good things, and I think you were one of the people who was saying it was good. That's the new Eloise James historical romance. Anyway, so I got my results from the lab, and it turns out I have I'm borderline deficient in vitamin B12, and I am deficient in vitamin D. And I also might have some kind of ferret and iron issues too. So that would explain why I have been so very, very tired the last, little while. So I'm taking some supplements. I talked to my clinician on Tuesday morning, and yesterday morning I had an appointment with her. So we talked about it a little bit. And so we're working on that. I'm just waiting to find out if I can just take supplements and that's fine, or if I actually need to get like injections like of B12 or whatever. Anyway, Nicole's here. I'm on vacation for a week and I'm here. Good to see all the friends. Nice to see you, Nicole. I had despaired of ever seeing you again in this forum. I've seen you elsewhere, and it's always a delight, but now I see you here. And Tara says, ooh, back issues are never fun. Feel better soon. Yeah, it seems like it's a little more flexible than it was this morning. So I'm happy about that. I'm also enjoying a lovely Diet Cherry Coke. Seems like they're very hard to find. And Tara says, I am finishing up Her Villain by S.M. La Violette. Nice. Nicole says, I'm working on my reading journal for June. Starting Wolf and the Wildflower today. Ooh, I want to read that. I do want to read that, but I haven't gotten around to it. Anyway, so like I said, I'm reading Friends with Benefits, which for those of you who participate in B's channel membership, we have a book club every month, and instead of all reading the same book, we work off of a prompt, and this month's prompt was Friends with Benefits. So I actually already had this. I don't know if I got this book out from the library. I think I already had this book out from the library when we decided that. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm reading that, hoping to get it finished by tomorrow. I think was when we're discussing that, tomorrow or Friday. And I also have, this is a book I own. It's a Harlequin Blaze from 2017 called Her Best Friend's Bed by J. Margot Critch. And it is part of the Friends with Benefits subseries. Yeah, let's see. You can see it says right there, Friends with Benefits. And I also have a couple of books I picked up at Montgomery and Taggart on Sunday that fill that prompt, but I don't think I'll manage to read all of those books before tomorrow or Friday or whatever. Maury says, it feels like Eloisa took a trick from Agatha Christie here toward the end of the book. Twist, turn, twist, turn, twist, turn, twist, turn. I can't quite do the twist like I did last summer. I do okay. Twist and turn, and twist and turn, and twist and turn, and kick, ball, change, grapevine. These are just random choreo words that I know. I don't know if that actually works together. Hey, says Anita. Sorry, I'm late. Hey, you're not late. We're just early. I'm going to be doing some folding of the laundry. Ooh, boy, fun. And then I'm going to be reading Shock and Paw by Kate Conte. Conta? I take it that's a cozy mystery. That sounds like a cozy mystery kind of title. And Tara says, ooh, Nicole, I hope you love The Wolf and the Wildflower. It is so good. I love Stacey Reid. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said, I too wish to read that, but I haven't gotten to it yet. I mean, I have a lot of stuff to get to in terms of reading. Anyway, so that's what's going on. I'm not going to be doing, I'm going to have the 10 minutes of yuck sprint. I personally am not doing 10 minutes of yuck. Well, maybe I'll get up and walk. That's what I'll do. I'll get up and walk around a little bit, help keep my back from locking in place. And getting up off the couch is going to be my, 0.10 seconds of yuck. And I know Aina already did a lot of yuck this morning, so she's probably just going to relax. So we can do that. It is, oh, okay, it's 10 after, so we can do 10 minutes of yuck until 20 minutes past the hour. Sprinting until, and I will see you in 10 minutes. Oh, I did it right. Okay, see you in 10. And it's been 10 minutes. I got up, I hobbled around, I went over into my bedroom and did some administrative stuff. Not exactly yuck, but I did get up and get some moving around done. And Kristen joined us, saying Heidi ho, friends. Heidi ho. Or howdy ho. Howdy ho. I got a package from Kristen yesterday. Oh, look what was in it, among other things. This adorable bear with her little bunny companion was in it. Mm-hmm. I have a new stuffed friend. Pretty soon, this house is going to be nothing but stuffed friends and also books. Anyway, that's her cute little. Whoops, I got it upside down. Her cute little bunny companion. So anyway, thank you, Kristen. She sent me some teacups as well and some tea. I'm going to talk about that in a video though because I have some book mail coming over the next day or two. So I'm going to do like a whole like book mail, fun mail video about that. Kristen, Lisa's saying hi to Kristen. Uh, and Maury says Jasper Cat decided it was time to play. Jasper Cat decided it was time to play, so it became 10 minutes of Attack the Peacock Feather. Oh, I bet he showed it who's boss. Yeah, play. Yeah, thank you for the clarification. Anita says, I finished folding my laundry during those 10 minutes. Nice. That's one more thing out of the way. So cute, says Wyoming. What's her name? The bear is called Clarita. Clarita, Clarita. And the bunny is called Fillmore. Clarita and Fillmore. And because they came with teacups and tea, well, I opened the package. I had a pair of scissors to cut the tape. She jumped out of the package, grabbed the scissors from me. She had a little like ear tag. She cut that off right away. She's like, now you can't send me back. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then she started organizing all of the others into a tea party because she had the teacups, she had the tea. Why not? I think they had a good time. And I switched laundry for my yuck, says Tara. Well, I hope that didn't take all 10 minutes, but you never know. Cute, says Tara. Love the names. And she says, hey to Kristen. They are cute, says Anita, aren't they? And Maury agrees. Yes, very cute and very sociable. Very sociable. They're going to fit right in. And they hung out with me last night while I was sleeping. And they didn't have anything to do with my backache because that was bothering me before I fell asleep. So it's not like, she was in my way or whatever. They were in my way. It was fine. The back was unrelated. I think it's just because I've been kind of tense the last few days. Anyway, so so I just did a couple of paperwork type things, and I actually read a couple more pages in Friends with Benefits, and yeah, so that's, like I said, that's what I'm going to be working on for the rest of the afternoon. So, does anybody have any news and views to share, or should we just jump into a longer sprint? Because I already have my book, so I'm not doing the, going through a bunch of category romances, trying to figure out which ones I want to read and which ones I don't want to read right away, and which ones just go sailing across the room before I even get to the end of the plot summary. Quiet. So quiet. I never know if that's because nobody has anything in particular to say at the moment, or if it's because StreamYard is withholding my comments. Oh. Let the silence wash over. And it says, my cat's fighting me for space. Well, at least it's not demanding snacks from you in insulting terms. And Maury says, I am so ready for sprints. Got to finish this so I can get to the Tea and Biscuits book. Do I have the Tea and Biscuits book right here in front of me? Oh no, I put it in the other room so I could have it handy. Okay. Sounds good. And I'm good with a longer sprint. No news here, says Tara. It's a lazy day. Uh, is StreamYard acting up again? It's very possible, says Anita. Anita asks if StreamYard is acting up again, and I respond, it's very possible. I had a little trouble going live this afternoon, so it might be holding comments. Ana says she has decided I do not need access to my computer or my book. Well, you have to give her snacks. She needs it's like a toll situation. She's like, you do not have Easy Pass. You need to bring me the snacks, and then I will let you have your stuff. And Tara says, I also have to get the Tea and Biscuits book. I actually have it. I found it at Book Barn a couple of weeks ago. It's in the other room, and this is a higher priority at the moment. And Maury says, Jasper doesn't think playtime should be over. He may well be right about that. Okay, so we're going to have, I think, a 45-minute sprint, which would, oh gosh, now I have to do math. We're going to go until quarter past the hour, so that's just a smidge bit over 45 minutes. So let me set up the banner. Oh, Anita says, sometimes StreamYard doesn't like my comments in particular. Well, I like your comments, so I don't know what StreamYard's problem is. Let's see. So we are going to sprint until 15 minutes past the hour, so I need to fix that. So that'll be like about 45 minutes, rather. We can really get some momentum going. There we go. And so I will see you at quarter past. Oh, Paula's here. She says, hey, Sock and Chat, dropping in to hug the like button. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. We're just about to go into a 45-minute sprint, so, But thank you for stopping in and saying hi. Okay, and now okay. Oops. I thought I edited you. I edited you. I fixed you, so there we go. Every time I think I've got the hang of this, I don't. I really don't. Okay, so see you in about 45 minutes. Um, I misplaced my bookmark. Oops. And I read about, I don't know, 70 pages. I don't know. I'm on page 270 out of 368. So I'm moving along. Let's see. How'd everybody else do? Emily joined us. So Emily Lost in the Library says, good afternoon. A little late today because we were having new carpet installed. Yay! New carpet, new carpet, new carpet. And Lisa says, hey, Emily. Yay to new carpet. Yes, very nice. What kind of carpet is it? Is it avocado green shag carpet, like because the 70s are coming back? I got to 59%, says Anita. Anita, Anita. Yeah. So I think I was able to shift around enough. My back's really painful, but it's not as unbearable. Well, it was bearable, but barely. It's a little bit better than it was. So, Thanks, oops. Thanks, Lisa, says Emily. Adulting. Better adulting than adultery. Dawn beige, says Emily. Ooh. That's the color, yeah. Dawn beige. Ooh. Ooh. So yes, we're moving along in our friends with benefits, friends to lovers. They've been friends since they were in elementary school. So anyway, and now they're married for health insurance reasons. But secretly, they've been sort of semi in love with each other all this time, but in different ways, and the timing's never been right. So, I have 2 short chapters left in Lady B, says Maury. Nice, nice. Oh, getting a little sleepy, a little yawning going on. And Emily says, "How do you like it, Maury? I plan to start tomorrow." Yeah, everybody's reading it. Um, so, yeah, I'm just kind of moving through the afternoon, not feeling terribly high energy. Um, partially because the back, and partially just because it's been a busy, excuse me, 2 or 3 days. And also, now that I have a medical explanation for why I feel like a a delicate Victorian spinster the whole time. It gets crazy. Maury says of what is it, the something Lady B, scandalous Lady B, fabulous Lady B. It gets crazier and crazier and then even more crazy. So buckle up. Well, Eloisa James is good at the escalating crazy. Mm. We had sandwiches for lunch because last week in Connecticut we had a bit of a heat wave. So I kind of overbought on sandwich supplies because we hadn't had sandwich stuff around for a long time, and I was like, sandwiches sound so good. So we had like way more cold cuts and so on than we knew what to do with. So we had them for lunch. I had whipped cream cheese as my condiment, and I think it was ham and salami as my cold cuts. So a little bit of lettuce on the salad, some pasta salad, and some coleslaw on the side, just tidying up some leftovers, basically. It was nice. It was easy, and it was about what I was in the mood for. Because my mom's back isn't doing so great either. So between the two of us, we managed to get it together. This hot weather, Lisa says, this hot weather has been making us have salads and sandwiches more. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, it cooled off over the weekend, and now it's just kind of mid. But, oh, excuse me. Last week, it was in the 90s for like 3 or 4 days in a row. And the feels like was like routinely over 100 because it was kind of humid with it. So it's not nearly as bad. Yesterday was downright nice. So Maurice is going to have my lunch salad here soon. I started with my tea and cookie. Ooh, life is uncertain. Eat dessert first. Is it a particular kind of salad or you make such nice salads, and every time you describe them, I'm like, oh yes, I want some of that. So it gives me ideas. Mhm. So anyway, Clarita and Fillmore kind of hung out with me while I was reading, and yeah. And Anita says, here in New Jersey, we had a streak of cold weather where I had to put on my heat again. Yeah, we had that over the weekend. It was like really cold and we were this close to putting on the heat, but we've already gone from heat to air conditioning and back to heat once. And at some point we just put our little feet down and we were like, we're just going to tough it out. I'd rather be cold than hot. So I can just bundle up. This is nice. Tara says, I made a chopped Italian Good night. In the morning, I am having trouble talking. I made a chopped Italian sandwich today. It felt like a sandwich day. Sandwiches of the nation. Yep. And, oopsie. There we go. Maury says, greens, cranberries, avocado, and some chicken with tahini dressing. That sounds really good. That really, really sounds good. And, ooh, and local cucumbers. Very nice, says Maury. Anna says, I have my thermostat set to 77. Well, we actually have to tell it whether we want it to cool things down or warm things up. So I think inside it got down to about 61 degrees. So it was on the chilly side. And then, yeah. So, but we actually have to tell it, we have to reset it for cold or hot. I mean, it's not very hard to do. It's just like we push a button but you know, we're 20th century people. And it says, I am craving cranberry orange muffins. No idea where that came from. I got some cranberry muffins. They weren't cranberry orange, just cranberry. I got some the other day at Adams Market. It was actually the day that I went to Montgomery and Taggart, Connecticut's first and so far only romance bookstore, and the thrift store known as Pandemonium, which is not too far from where I got the muffins. Pandemonium they do like tropical animal rescue. And they even have like a big aviary with tropical birds in it. And they run a thrift store that has a cafe and everything for to fundraise so that to fund those efforts. And they also you can buy a ticket and go through a tour of the aviary, which I haven't done because I just haven't done it yet. Anyway, so that was a nice. Oh, excuse me. Oh, can't stop yawning. So I actually talk about that trip in the video that's going to be up in about a little less than an hour. So if you want to see what I got there, we have it set to 67, says Lisa. Well, if we had it set to 60, yeah, I mean, we usually have it like 65 to 67 in terms of when we want it to get, when we have it set on heat, and then we usually have it set around 74, 75 when it's set on cooling. So, but even with the heat, says Lisa, it's still getting up to 69 in here. Okay. Emily says, I used to be able to do 74, but not in our new house. We keep it at 72. Well, frequently, it kind of depends on the quality of the heat, because 75 or so is fine. It's just last night I dropped it down to 74 because it was humid. So I needed the air conditioner to literally condition the air. So, but if it's drier heat, which in Connecticut, it's very rarely a drier heat, we like to keep it, it's a little more tolerable. With my POTS, I can't have it too hot. I'm too sensitive to heat. Yeah. And Maury says, I wonder if there is a romance-only bookstore somewhere here in Oregon. I will have to look. There's a mystery-only bookstore in Seattle when I lived there. Nice. Kristen says, I got to chapter 4 of the Benevolent Society of Ill-Mannered Ladies by Allison Goodman. Wyoming says, you need a nap, Sock. I do. I need a nap and perhaps a fruit snack. Maybe a game of Duck, Duck, Goose. No, I do kind of need a nap, but I'm... okay, now I'm seeing myself yawn in the monitor, and that's triggering more yawning, I guess. And it says, I always feel dizzy and sick when it gets warm. I like it colder, 72 and lower, but my meds make it hard to get warm, which is not fun, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, I'm torn because I do excuse me. My nose my nose itches. I do want to nap, but I also want to do another sprint where I'm awake and reading. So, because I don't want to have too much trouble sleeping tonight. I don't know. Anus says, "Ooh, a snack, a fruit or a fruit snack. What's your favorite?" Well, actually, I was just joking because it sounds like, oh, I need a nap and a game of duck, duck, goose, and perhaps a soothing fruit snack. Um, when it comes to like fruit leather and that kind of thing, I really, really like apricot. When it comes to fresh fruit, I like most of them. We usually have strawberries or something or berries of some kind, not blueberries, not too keen on blueberries with our breakfast. Is it like fresh fruit with our breakfast? This week it's grapes because they just look better than the strawberries at the store. Uh, Young pixies are running amok at Sock's place. They are. They're just like running around like these are yawn pixies and they're running around. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. Yawn pixies. Okay, so actually, I do want to do another sprint and I do want to do some more reading, but I think maybe sprint to the top of the hour. Nicole says, I'll be heading out. Almost time to pick up the kids and hang out. The girls and I are working on some Woobles crochet today. Abby Jean made me a Woobles crochet. It's a little bear, it's a head, called Walter. And fortunately, I have other stuffed animals who are just basically heads. So I have a kangaroo and the Joey that came in her pouch is just like basically the head of a Joey and not the full body. So he and Walter kind of go around together and terrorize the neighborhood with their disembodied heads. Okay, so I think, yeah, let's try just going to the top of the hour. I don't know that I will finish this book in that time, probably not. But like I said, I don't want to go to sleep. I'm worried that if I go to sleep, if I go to bed right now and go to sleep for a nap, I will wake up like in 8 hours' time when it will be like midnight, and then I'll just be up. We have this Sanrio collection and a fox for me, says Nicole. Sanrio, like Hello Kitty. I don't know. I have a Hello Kitty, but I don't know where she is. I think she's downstairs. She does like it downstairs underneath the Raggedy. We have a Raggedy Ann tree, and I think she's underneath the Raggedy Ann tree. Anyway, so yeah, so a half an hour sprint. Well, half an hour and a little bit going up until the top of the hour. Make a little banner about that. What the hey? What on? I don't know what I'm doing here. Huh. I've forgotten how to set a banner. Oh, here it is. Except I need to edit it because it's showing the wrong thing. Sprinting until the top of the hour. There we go. I don't know what that was all about. My brain just kind of gave out for a second there. Okay, I'll see you in about a half an hour. Okay, and we're back. And Maury says, and done. I just finished The Last Lady B. Nice. Laurentius is waving at you. And so are Florida and Fillmore. And I got this sign at Pandemonium, the thrift store, on Saturday. They just happened to have this, and I got it just for this kind of occasion. It says, hooray! Party, party, party. So, have you, was it good now that you finished it? I got to 70%, says Anita. Nice. I got to, I don't know what percentage this is. I got to, oh, excuse me. I'm on page 326 out of 368. So I still have about, 42 pages to go. So yeah. Congrats. Hooray! Hooray, hooray, hooray! Still had a price tag on it. There we go. Hooray! It's the hooray sign. Okay, so yay. So Anita got to, what did she say? 70%. Oh, yeah. Definitely my last sprint of the day. It was good, crazy, but good, says Maury. Well, I like crazy, but good. Nice. Okay, so I guess that's probably it for this week. It's a little earlier than usual, but we've been here for a couple of hours. Had some laughs, mostly had some yawns. So, comment from Ana, who says, I got up to make a TV dinner, Marie Callender's chicken teriyaki, ooh, and I read some of my fanfic. My brain seems focused on that at the moment. Yeah, I can relate. That's all yesterday. I did a whole bunch of, I recorded a video, I edited, I was in contact with medical professionals and so on. And in terms of, excuse me, in terms of reading yesterday, all I read was fanfic. I am 70% done with my book. That seems to be the percentage. And Anita says, thanks for the sprint, Sock. I hope you have a great day and I hope you feel better with your back. Be safe, everyone. I hope to see you all soon. Back at you, Anita. Thank you so much. I actually, during that sprint, I got up and I did some stretching, and I don't know if it helped, but it certainly didn't hurt. Well, I mean, it was like a little twingy, but so I think it's one of those things where I'm going to be limber enough and just discomfort, well, some pain, but again, twingy. And then I'll go to sleep for, hopefully a nice 7 or 8 hour stretch. And then I'll wake up and it will be sore again. Maurice says, my brain only wanted to listen to books yesterday, no reading. Thanks for sprints and hanging out, Sock. You're welcome. It's my privilege. I just wish I could go a little longer, but I don't want to push myself too hard. So yeah, I don't know if anybody has anything coming up they want to share with the class. Like I said, my Christmas in May video is going to go up in about 10 minutes or so. I think I've scheduled it for 4:15 Eastern. And I have a flip through Fridays already scheduled to post on Friday morning. Beyond that, I have some videos I'd like to record, but I'm not going to push it too hard. If my back still hurts in a way that interferes with video production, then I won't do that just yet. The problem is the video I want to do involves holding books up on camera, and that means getting the books off the shelves, and some of those books are closer to the ground and harder to retrieve with a bad back. Wyoming says, I will be looking for your video, Sock. Oh, my video will track you down. You can run, but you cannot hide. Anyway, yeah, that's the one. It's got a massive book haul in it, so if you're into that, fun. Okay, so I'm sure I will see some of you in various streams around town between now and Wednesday. And if not, have a good weekend. Well, I mean, have a good weekend regardless. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week and you get whatever you need to get done gets done easily and quickly and efficiently. And you have plenty of time for reading and enjoying yourself. Maury says, sounds fun. Bye, all. Bye. And yeah, so, and have a good weekend. And I will see you back next week, if not before that, in somebody else's stream. Book Call says Wyoming. Yes. I kind of lost my mind at the flash sale at the romance bookstore. So, yeah. Anyway, so I will see you again at some point. Bye.